Illinois will be the first state in the nation to end cash bail starting next year.
What's up, world? I'm a determined black man, John Jay, and as usual, I'm determined to reach at least one somebody listen to the sounds of my voice, if not each and every one of you all. So on today, I want to touch on a topical matter that seems to be trending all across the United States on social platforms and especially TikTok. There's a TikToker that shared a post that's gone viral now, has over 80,000 likes in less than a week, and that's because of the raising concerns around the issue that he's presenting. There's a law that's going into effect. Most of you probably already heard about it. It's going to take effect January 1st, 2023 in the state of Illinois. It's called the Safety Act. It's spelled SAFE-T. However, this particular TikToker is considered the Purge law. And that's because of its parallel to the 2013 movie and its sequel called The Purge, which runs the suggestion that once a year, we should all go out and commit the crimes of our heart's desire, purge, get it out, and that alone would help to encourage the decrease in crime. I don't believe that. I don't believe that, and I don't want to even suggest that, but I understand where he's coming from. Claims also suggest that suspects facing serious crimes, but not limited to these crimes, such as second-degree murder, robbery, kidnap, burglary, and arsonage, would no longer be held in custody until trial. They will no longer have to sit in jail and wait to make bail until trial. That's because under this new first-in-the-nation law, the abolishment of cash bail statewide will be taking effect. So, statewide now, you don't have to make bail. Commit the crime, you get arrested, they take you to jail, they book you, they let you sign out on your own recognizance, OR, and you go on about your way until your trial date. That's crazy. Now, according to AP News, this is all false. But according to me, I feel like the TikToks are just misleading because they're not giving you the integral information, pivotal points that need to be made. Okay? Like the fact that it will still be left up to the judge's discretion to deem whether the offender is a public safety hazard or a threat to safety, public safety, or if they are a flight risk. So it's still left up to the discretion of the judge. However, the new law does impose higher standards to meet the conditions that critics say will make it even harder to detain criminals or people that's being charged with these said crimes. Because according to the law, and these are facts, the new law says detention only shall be imposed when it's determined by a judge that the defendant possesses a specific, real, and present threat to a person or persons and or a flight risk. So what you were saying is that basically is, if I go before the judge, I done committed this crime, I went out here and I got my man, mama. And I tell the judge, look, man, I ain't got no problem with nobody else, man. That's the only person I had beef with, man. It's over with now. The judge gotta cut me loose until my trial date, or until I accept the plea, or the charges are dropped. But until then, I'm free to go commit other crimes, which happens regularly. If you look, and look, you talking to a person that's been there, and I thank God for freedom. But one thing about it, when my feet hit the ground, I hit the ground running. I ain't even look back at prison. But a lot of cats, that's because I did a lot of time. But a lot of cats, they get a year, they get 6 months, they get a slap on the wrist, and they go right back. Because they hit the streets, they ain't really felt how I felt when I you know what I'm saying, losing family members and can't go to funerals. Or, you know, for years, eating that bullcrap food and having to see all the stuff you see day in and day out for years. But they get a little smack on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? So they're not encouraged to go out here and do the right thing. Me? Man, I'm scared to death to go back. I ain't scared of nobody in particular, because you can't ask nobody no stories about nothing pussy that I did. But that's just not the place for me. Now, if I go back, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to hold up. But that's just not the place for me. But I also did a little research because I wanted to know the significance in them spelling this law safety rather than safety, one word. So me, you know me, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I look at everything like it's got an adverse, meaning. So I looked up the letter T, and I wanted to know exactly why that particular letter was left hanging out there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy how I've noticed the Democratic Party they like to, when they put laws into place, they like to use, they like to name laws after things that they suggest, but they don't actually do. So I don't think that these laws would make Illinois any safer. I wanted to look into the letter T. And when I did so, I looked it up in Hebrew and what it symbolized in Hebrew. In Hebrew, it's the 9th letter, also called teeth. Just like the word Keith or the name Keith is spelled teeth, T-E-I-T-H. And it literally means a nest or a basket. It's the symbol for the good in all creation. It has to do with purity and impurity, teaching us to choose the good and to also realize that even within the bad things that happen to us, there is hidden good. Hidden good. Everything is eternal and nothing is lost forever. In essence, it's feminine. It represents the number 9, which represents the 9 months of pregnancy. It also represents the field of manifestation. It teaches us to distinguish between the good and the bad. And by choosing the good to clean and purify, and thereby to do that which is impossible, to erase the bad deed that was done. Let me read that again. It teaches us to distinguish between the good and the bad. And by choosing the good to clean and purify, and thereby to do that which is impossible, to erase the bad deed that was done. Now here goes one other scary point I want to make, that in Hebrew, the letter T actually suggests that all souls are attracted to life with one purpose. That's to restore all to good as at the beginning. Now you tell me, are they trying to suggest something like possibly hitting the reset button? Y'all jump in the comment section, let me know what y'all feel about this new law that's going to take effect in Illinois come January 1st, 2023. Do you think that it will be widespread? Do you think that other states will start picking this law up? Do you think that it's a bunch of crap? Do you think that it would encourage our youth to continue to go out here and commit crimes? Because as y'all already know, if you look at these rappers alone and the people that's killing them, and once they catch them, they find out, oh, this dude, he shot up this other place 2 years ago. He only served 6 months. Do you think that that's the reason? Do you think that they trying to push our kids back out here on the street so they can continue to kill each other? Because it can't be for safety. It can't be for safety because, like I said, it says safety, but it's damn sure not going to demonstrate safety with it allowing these type of, which, like I said, I understand why they have created this reform is because there's a lot of people sitting in jail for petty ass crimes and they can't afford to make bail. So earmark this shit. Make it particular for them. You shouldn't put a law into existence that's gonna help aid people to go out here and commit crimes against humanity. I don't think that that's right. And neither does the state assistant attorney in the state of Illinois. John Walters says that the new standard could potentially be insurmountable. You know what that means? He is foreseeing that with this new law, just as the TikToker called it, the Purge law, that people are going to be going out here committing crimes repetitively. Because if I can go out here and gun somebody down and be back on the streets the same day, man, you know what type of street cred, you know how that run in the hood, which is not good. But I'm just saying, we got to do better, man. Y'all jump in the comment section, hit that like button if you like what I'm saying. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. I appreciate you. And hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified every time we drop any content to this channel. I appreciate each and every one of you all. I hope that you all stay up, stay good, and stay good people. Y'all stay up. Boy.
A number of states' attorneys and sheriffs are sounding the alarm about Illinois' plan to end cash bail. They say it's going to make crime in the state of Illinois worse. The new law that goes into effect January 1st, 2023 gets rid of cash bail entirely. It also limits who can be arrested and held in jail based on the crime they're alleged to have committed. The Democrats who voted for this law say it's more equitable.
You've been denied a bond because you're dangerous, which is good. Let's deny dangerous people bonds. But if they have a bond, we're saying you're not dangerous. We're just going to keep you in jail because you're poor.
But those in law enforcement who oppose it say it'll lead to hundreds, if not thousands of people being released from jail as soon as it goes into effect at the beginning of the year. They also say it'll make our communities more dangerous with suspects in future crimes roaming free.
There is nothing just, and there's nothing, promoting safety about allowing individuals who choose to break the law to threaten and to hurt innocent people, allow them back on the streets to do it again. That's the opposite of justice, and that's the opposite of promoting safety within our community.
The new law comes at a time when businesses are already leaving the city of Chicago, some of them over safety concerns. Crime in the city is up 37% from a year ago.